Hi everyone, my name is Sinfra Sandam and welcome to my YouTube channel where I interview local business owners and local entrepreneurs that locally produce within the Caribbean. So excited about today. The video that you're seeing is of the first entrepreneur that I had the privilege and the honor of interviewing a couple of days ago. And of course, I had to start in Suriname. The images that you're seeing or the video that you're seeing right now is of her business. She has a concept store. She's going to tell you all about it. I'm going to leave that up to her. Go ahead after you've seen the video. Please like, share, comment, and subscribe. By you doing that, you are also supporting this local entrepreneur within the Caribbean. And together with you, we can make this one of the most viewed channels within the Caribbean. So enjoy it. Her store is called ICANA Home. Enjoy. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for being here. Today, we are going to interview the first person that I have the honor of doing that, and she lives in Suriname, the country where I also live. She is a dynamic local business owner here in Suriname. She has her own concept store, and she's going to tell you all about it. Now, before she tells you about ICANA, that is the name of her store, I want to get to know her. I think it's important that you know who is behind the business, what are their ideas, and what is their inspiration, and why they decided to start a local business. Besides owning her own local business, she's also an entrepreneur that locally produces products. Jeranie, thank you and welcome.
Thank you for having me, Sifa. Very enthusiastic to start this interview with you.
Thank you.
We've known each other for some time, so that's a start, right?
Definitely. You know, for me, it was important to start off with someone with, like I said in my intro video, word of mouth is the best marketing tool. You know, you have to experience it yourself. In the last couple of years, I even took part in my first modeling show with you. It was a unique experience.
Yes.
It was jewelry. I have one of her jewelry pieces on right now. Beautiful. You made these yourself. We're going to be showing the public and people out there so that when they get to travel back to Suriname, they will definitely come and have a look what you have to offer.
Can't wait.
Yes. But before we go ahead, how are you doing? How has life been? How is business and how do you feel?
Well, good. It has been very challenging, of course, I think for everyone, especially if you own a business.
Yeah.
Last year, I was kicked in the face a few times, but I think that's you just have to take it on and just
keep on going,
keep on moving. Yeah. Last year we after 26 years in a well-known hotel here in Torarica, we had to move.
Yeah.
And we started a new concept. As you said, now we're really a concept store. We have various things. We have local craft. We have handmade items such as soap and lotions and scrubs and things like that. And we do offer lunch and breakfast.
That was added now to the business.
Exactly.
Because in the beginning, the business that you had before for the last 26 years was a boutique.
It was a boutique shop. For mostly tourists, of course, because we were situated in a hotel. And now it's quite different, of course, because you don't have that many tourists. I mean,
so you had to transition more from the international tourists to the local tourists.
Exactly.
Perfect.
Exactly.
Perfect. But who is Jeranie? Tell the people a little bit about yourself, because the trend right now is that when we travel now to a different country, there's so much. A lot of stuff is the same. A lot of things you will see often. Unique ideas, they're still there, but everybody puts a little twist to it. And that twist is often the person behind the business, behind the product.
Yeah.
So let us know, who is Jeranie? Yeah.
Well, I'm a mother of 3, a wife, and driven as fuck.
Oops, we'll have to bleep that out. Go ahead.
Yeah, but that's in a nutshell who I am. I did hospitality actually.
Okay.
Ultimately, when I moved back to Suriname, hospitality as well.
Yeah.
And HR. And then I had like an epiphany. It was like, I ain't working for no one anymore.
That is the spirit of an entrepreneur.
Exactly.
But what happened in that moment? What was the moment that you had that you said, I'm going to do it? Because a lot of times we wish a lot and we just don't do it. I think entrepreneurs, we're very creative, but to take that step, what was it, if you can remember, what was it that made you take that step at that moment?
I was working for a company.
Yeah.
And I had it up to here.
Yeah.
And then my contract was expired, and so yeah, that was it. And I didn't have any other job, anything else. And I was like, okay, I wanted to do something for myself for such a long time, and now I'm just, no, it's a must.
Yeah.
I need to do something. So that's when I started, with the jewelry. I was very scared.
Yeah.
To start with that, but it was a passion of mine, so I just started, and ultimately I was like, man, I should have done this like
long
years
time ago.
Yeah.
I think in life, we realize that we can always say we shouldn't have any regrets, because everything comes at the moment
Exactly.
that it's supposed to come.
It's really a life experience, because you need to go through all the ups and downs in order to, become who you want to become.
Exactly. So ICANA, in a nutshell, what should they expect when they visit your store? What is the concept?
Well, I tell people we have everything. We do a little of everything. And the concept here, it's an old house, which we renovated. We had to strip it whole. I mean, you only had like the wooden, how do you call it?
The frames.
The wooden frames. And we had to do everything from scratch.
Yeah.
And but it still has a very homey vibe. So when people come in, they automatically take off their shoes.
Yeah, you feel at home.
Yeah. And that's why we call it now ICANA Home.
ICANA Home.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Great. So at this now, what I saw in the space already is that you have more freedom to go wild with your creativity.
Exactly.
Because in the store that you were before, it was one space.
Yeah.
And here, the space that we're in right now, tell me a little bit about it, because this was not part of your concept before.
No, exactly. This is our mini museum. I like to collect antique stuff. I'm obsessed with antique stuff.
Nice.
So when we moved in here, I was like, hey, I can finally display my things, and we can make a whole room out of it.
Yeah.
So that's what we did.
Yeah.
We have a lot of old records and cameras.
Sewing machine.
Sewing machine. We have a lot of old stuff, and ultimately, after we normalize a little bit, we want to do like little tours, especially for children.
Okay.
So in order to let them know, how were things before, because a lot of things they have no idea how to work an old phone.
Yeah.
The one that you need to.
They don't even know what that is.
No.
I think our kids only know now the mobile phone,
Exactly.
touch screen.
Yeah. So we just want to educate them actually on all the antique stuff, because we weren't born with a iPad.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, great. Jeranie, what is the emotion, or what do you want clients to feel when they walk into your store?
I want them to feel at home and welcome, of course. I want them to feel the warmth we have here in Suriname.
Yeah.
And especially the warmth that comes off of the items we have, because all the items are handmade,
Yeah.
locally handmade, and people put a lot of time, energy, and love in what they make.
Yeah. And the space that we're in right now, because the uniqueness of the home is that you've made every space, you're telling a story and you're letting the client experience something. And now we're in the vintage room. Tell me about it.
Yes, the vintage room was an idea that we had like 2 years ago. Actually, we just, some friends decided to come together and, sell pre-loved clothes. And ultimately, when we started here, I mean, I had a room, and I was like, "Hey, we could do a whole vintage room here," because I mean, even if they were pre-loved,
Yeah.
I mean, for other people, they're still new, right?
Yeah, definitely.
And I personally, I love vintage clothing, so. Yeah, and I think a lot of people in Suriname, I mean, they needed to get used to it.
Yeah.
But a lot of people in Suriname,
it's new to them.
Yeah,
it's new to them, because vintage is very much, we hear it in America and Europe. It's the thing to do.
Yeah.
And I love the idea that you came up with it. What does fashion mean to you? Because you have to be, I think, a fashion lover to get into vintage clothing.
Well, fashion to me means expressing yourself.
Mm-hmm.
And it can be, you can have like orange hair and blue lipstick and yellow shoes. I mean, it's your expression. It's how you want people to see you. That's fashion for me, and it can be in colors or in a hairstyle or with tattoos or whatever. I mean, everything now, especially, can be an accessory. I mean, your hair can be an accessory.
Yeah.
Your tattoos can be accessory. Your piercings can be an accessory.
Yeah.
It doesn't really have to be like really tangible things anymore. I mean, and if you can combine everything, I mean, then it's, for me, that's fashion for me. So just express yourself. Express yourself.
So the person that walks into your store is someone that is comfortable in their own skin and is looking to express themselves.
Yes, exactly. Or not, and they're looking for something that we can help them with. Sometimes you have people that like, oh, I really like this necklace, but it's too big for me. And I'm like, no, I mean, oh no, but it's yellow and I like to wear gray. I mean, it doesn't matter. I mean,
try it.
Try it. And nowadays you can combine anything.
Yeah. Great.
So,
Definitely great. Thank you. Okay, I love this wall because this wall is your family tree. So I can imagine that. Tell me about it. Let me don't put words in your mouth. What does this wall mean to you, and why was it important for you to have it in this space?
Well, my grandparents used to live here ages ago, and so I decided to make a little wall of my grandparents and my father and his sisters.
Where were they from? What is your Caribbeanism? What I mean with Caribbeanism is, what is your Caribbean DNA? Are your parents from one country? In the Caribbean, we're all mixed all over the place.
Yeah.
What is yours?
Well, mostly Europe, Dutch, German, Italian, a little bit of Suriname, of course.
Yeah. You were born here in Suriname?
I was born here, Amerindian, and maroon, a little bit of maroon as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And as a local entrepreneurship, what would you say is your support system? Who are the people that keep you going, especially in this time? It can't be easy for an entrepreneur, and also in the Caribbean.
Well, actually, my support system, the one who always supported me is my mom, my beautiful mom, and my dad. They they have always supported me, and if there's something wrong, I can always count on them. And I have great friends, an amazing husband who understands my vision, and well, my kids motivate me because ultimately I have 3 daughters, and ultimately I want them to have something of their own, just to follow their dreams and do what they are good at, and just make something out of it. You know, just don't depend on a company to, you know, fulfill your dreams or whatever. I mean, the experience is great, it's amazing, and you should have that. But just do something for yourself.
Yeah. How do you involve your kids? Because I think it's important to involve your kids in your business. Do you do that?
I do. Both of my eldest children do art. We have made art bags. I mean, I have an art bag from made by Milana. It's really cool. It's like Save the Earth art bag. And another one from my other daughter, Gianna, and that's also very cool. It's a transgender bag. I don't know how she came up with it, but she was like, "Yeah, I want to do this," and I mean, I support her. And it was mostly the thought behind it, because it was like, no, I'm gonna make a transgender bag because I think everyone counts. I mean, for a 10-year-old to come up with that is really cool.
Very unique. Yeah. Nice. The products in your store, you were saying that they have a story. And tell me a little bit about your products and your t-shirt.
Well, last year, I think, no, we started in 2019 with the Uma bag. So it's like Uma, means woman in Suriname. And the idea is actually, it represents a woman. The power we have, all the challenges we endure every day, and you know, at the end of the day, women are really powerful.
Yeah.
And we have to find a balance in everything, and sometimes it's so hard, but still we do it, and we teach our children just to, you know, go for it. That's the whole thing behind Uma. It's a powerful woman.
Yeah.
That can do anything that she wants to do.
Nice. Nice.
And the collaboration we have with these bags they're made by the maroons. So the handles are from cedar wood, and they're handmade by the maroons. So it's like collaboration. This is what the maroon men make, and this is like the bag that comes with it.
And how's it been going since you came up with this new line?
Yeah, very good.
People are really receiving it well.
Yeah. They understand the story, and ultimately, I just really want to launch this brand internationally. But we're going to start with the Caribbean, right?
Definitely, we're going to start. So for those out there that are looking to collaborate, I think this is a unique experience. Your bags have a story behind it.
Yeah.
Nice. And do you come up with new products? Is it something that you say each year you have to come up with something new? Or it's just the feeling and the flow and what is going on at that moment?
I think now we're working on 2 more designs, and then we're gonna keep it like that for now. But constantly come up with new fabrics, new colors, collaborations with artists, with painters. So yeah, that's in the near future. So it's still, you know, different.
Nice. Tell me, why should we visit Suriname?
Well, the great food we have, the beautiful nature Suriname has to offer, especially the forest we have, and the deep forest we have in Suriname. And just the surroundings, I mean, we have a lot of green, and it's really nature.
what does success mean to you? What do you define as being successful?
Well, actually, that's a really hard question because for me, I think for everyone it's different.
Yeah.
For me, I have certain goals that I want to achieve, and I think when I have achieved them, I think then I will be successful.
So you don't consider yourself successful right now?
Well, I'm proud of what I have accomplished up until now, but I know I can do more.
Okay.
And when I achieve that, I know for sure that I will say I'm not successful at all. I want to achieve even more.
Yeah.
Because you go through certain levels and phases, and when you're there, you're like, no, I want to go.
So you keep on evolving.
Yeah. Exactly. And you can involve in so many things in your life. I mean, privately, in business, emotionally, financially.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Nice.
Limitless.
In closing, what tips or main tip would you give entrepreneurs specifically operating from out of the Caribbean?
Well, in general, I just want to say to everyone who has an idea, just go with it. I mean, especially in these times, you see life is short. And don't have any regrets. Just go for it. If you fail, then you fail, and then you just start up again or start something else. But really, if you have an idea or you want to create something, want to do something, write a book, just do it. Just really, really, life is short.
Thank you.
You're welcome.